Good evening, PEP scholars. Welcome to another live PEP class. Um, tonight, we're going to be doing our curriculum-based tests, and these are brand new sample questions, fresh out of the oven, as we always say. So, just gear up yourself. Remember, we said that with the ability tests now under our belt, we are going to be focusing on the curriculum-based tests. And that's what we're diving straight into this evening. Before we do that, though, here is our schedule of live classes. Hello, CSEC math students. I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now, another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now, in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC Math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything. Make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So stay tuned. Hello scholars. Did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Come on, take my hand. All right. Okay, so let me see who is in studio with us. We have Jer. Welcome, Jer. Welcome, Amari, John.
Hi, Miss.
Welcome, Madison.
Thank you, Miss. Good night,
Hi,
Miss.
guys. Good night, Jer. So, brand new week, brand new mission. Welcome to all those in the chat. So far, I'm seeing Langot, I'm seeing Enrique, I'm seeing Nyla, Lemon, and the other scholars are coming in. Hi, Nia. Oh dear, Madison, you sprained your ankle? What were you doing to sprain your ankle? You tripped on a stone, on a cord. I'm sorry to hear that, Madison. Are you in pain now? You might not working.
Yes, Miss. I'd rather type it out.
Good evening, Miss.
Good
Sorry,
evening,
the
Coleman.
chat icon kept on coming up, so it was hard to. I was like, "No, chat, stay down. Press my no, stop. What?
I'm sorry to hear that you're in pain, Madison. I hope you have a speedy recovery.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So we're sharing the screen. So this is a curriculum-based test in mathematics. So let me know if you're seeing the screen properly.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Everybody seeing the screen? All right. So John,
Yes, miss.
I heard your voice loud and clear. So let me. So John, read what's on the screen for me first.
Okay. Number two, the students in grade 6A were asked to state the type of transportation they took to school. 12 students came to school by public bus, 14 walked to school, 20 arrived in a private bus. A.
No, mom.
Which, which two groups shows a ratio of 3 to 5? B. Which two groups show a ratio of 10 to 7? C. Which three groups show a ratio of 6 to 7 to 10? D. What is the ratio of pedestrians to public commuters? Miss, did I say that correct?
Hmm.
Miss, did I say it correct?
Commuters, yeah.
Uh, of the public commuters. E. What is the ratio of pedestrians to the total class? Number two. The students in grade 6A were
Hold
asked to
on,
state.
that's number two. Hold on.
Uh,
Why are we at number two? Oh, sorry, John. Sorry.
okay,
Why did it start there?
sure.
Oh,
I think you on that slide when before you shared it.
yeah. All right, John. So we're at number one. Read number one.
Okay, number one. Complete a table given so that the values in each row are equivalent. Write all fractions in their lowest terms. Percentage: A 96%, 8%, C 245%, D 4%. Number one. Complete a table given so that the values in each row are equivalent. Write all fractions in their lowest terms. Percentage: A 96%, B 58%, C.
You gone, John. We're not hearing you. John. All right, guys. So
245%, D 4%.
okay, John. Thanks. So you see what we're doing right now. So we are converting, and we're supposed to, for the
Miss, can you
fraction
hear me?
part, it should be in its lowest terms, right? So I want you to write for me. So for A, what is 96% as a fraction and as a decimal?
Okay.
And remember, scholars, please type your answers. Type your answers in the chat. So you want to answer that, John? 96% as a fraction.
I was just getting up.
All right.
Okay.
So how do we change percentage to fraction? Who wants to explain that meantime? When we're given a percent, how do we convert it to a fraction?
Let's put the percentage over 100.
Why?
Miss since Miss because Miss because percentage is out of 100.
Okay, so the word percent means out of 100 or for every 100. So 96% then can be written as 96 over 100. And we were instructed to
So it's 4.
write all the fractions in their lowest term. So that means we need to cancel.
You
So
should
which
miss
number can we use to cancel 96 and 100?
I'll miss 4.
Two.
Well, we can use 2, but 4 is a bigger number we can use. So 4 into 9,
Yes, miss.
4
Miss
into 9,
Miss 24. Miss 25.
all right. So for the decimal now, easiest way is to fraction over 100. Since it's easy to convert when we're dividing by 100, we just move 2 places back, 2 places to the left. So what would it be as a decimal?
Miss 0.96.
0.96. All right, so all those who had 24 over 25 for the fraction, 0.96 as the decimal. All right, so I'm seeing Nyla had that. Nia had, Nia had that. Ashley. Um, remember, guys, post your answers and remember to put the number. So Madison also had that, both the fraction and the decimal. Put your number and your actual answer there. Okay, Madison for B.
Okay, miss, let me work it out.
So remember, guys, percent means out of 100. So whatever the percent is, we're going to put that over 100, and then we're going to cancel it down. We're going to reduce it to the lowest terms. As soon as you get your answer, post your answer along with the letter. Yes. Post the number, the letter, and put your answer. Well,
Miss, I got an
ready,
answer.
Melissa? Okay.
Miss, 29 out of 50 and 0.58.
So you're saying, so the 58% will be 58 over 100, which cancels down to what?
29 over 50.
What did you use to cancel it?
2.
All right, so 2 into 58 goes 29, and 2 into 100 goes 50. All right, so for the decimal now,
Miss, did you hear what I said for the decimal, or you want me to repeat it?
repeat, please.
Miss, 0.58.
Okay, 0.58. So since we already had it over 100 in the percentage, when we're dividing by 100, we move 2 places to the left. So from here, we'd go 1, 2. So the decimal point would now be to the left of the 5. So 0.58. Amari, letter C.
Okay, miss. Let's just see. Complete the table. Miss, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Amari.
That's possible. Yes, I forgot. It's really nice. Um, let us see.
Go ahead, Amari.
Miss, for let us see. Miss, give me a second to work it out.
Pardon me?
Miss, give me a second to work it out, please.
Okay. All right. Does anyone else want to go while Amari is working it out?
Me, Miss, can I go?
Go ahead, Madison.
So, Miss, the fraction would be 2 and 2 fifths, and the
Tell me first
decimal.
how we break it down. So it's
So,
245.
Miss, 245 over 100, and 100 can go into 245 two times, and remainder 45 over 100, and and I reduce that by, what did I reduce it by? Miss, I don't remember what I reduced it by.
Well, 5 can go.
5, Miss, and then I think I reduced it again.
So 5 into 45 goes 9
Nine
times,
times.
and 5 into 100 goes 20 times.
Sorry.
Oh, Miss, I got the wrong number for that then.
Right. So it's 2 and 9 over 20. And as a decimal now,
Miss, 2 and 2.45.
right, so the 2 would be the whole number in the decimal, and then the 45 over 100, that's 2 decimal places. So that's 2.45. Jer, letter D, is Jer still with us? We can talk.
Miss, the mic takes a while to open up because it's
Okay.
a bit laggy, miss.
All right, so
The
letter D
number,
says 4%. 4%.
Why is Miss break? I don't.
4% is
That's
equal
right,
to
Miss. Is it? You figure how to work it? Like,
Is
yeah.
equal to?
How do you work it?
Miss,
I mean,
4% is equal to 25. No, no, sorry. Wait, I'm thinking.
let me see. You know I don't.
4%
Man,
is
I'm really
equal
kidding.
to, are
Imagine
you
not
there?
to. I'm going to. Also, okay, so it's work again.
So 4% is 4 over 100, and that cancels to what?
1 over 25, miss.
So 4 into 4 goes one time, 4 into 100 goes 25. So as a fraction, 4% is 1 over 25. As a
Yes.
decimal, what is it?
0.04, miss.
Correct, 0.04. So it's 4 over 100, and we move 2 places to the left. So that's 0.04. Coleman, can you read question 2, please?
1 minute, miss. Wait. 1 minute, miss.
Mhm.
Okay, miss. Number 2. The students in grade 6A were asked to state the type of transportation they took to school. 12 students came to school by public bus. 14 students walked to school. 20 students arrived in a private vehicle. A. Which two groups show a ratio of
Ratio.
ratio of three 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 five
We read the ratio where the colon is. We read it as 2. So that's 3 to 5.
of 3 to 5. B, which group show a ratio of 10 to 7? C, which three group which which three groups show a ratio of 6 to 7 to 10? D, which what is the ratio of pedestrians to public commuters? E, what is the ratio of pedestrians? uh,
That's the ratio of pedestrians to the total class.
to the total class pedestrians? Sorry, something came up on my screen.
All right.
Number two, the students in grade 6A were asked to state the type of transportation that they took to school. 12 students came to school by public bus, 14 students walked to school, 20 students arrived in a private vehicle. A, which two groups ratio of 3 to 5? B, two groups show a ratio of 10 to 11.
To 7.
C, which 3 to 7? Which three groups show a ratio of 6 to 7 to 10? D, which ratio of what is the ratio of pedestrians to public commuters? E, what is the ratio ratio of pedestrians to the total class?
All right. Thank you. I know you haven't done ratio as yet. Have you, Coleman?
No, miss.
Okay. All right. For the peppers who have done ratio,
Miss, can I
post
go?
your answers. Post your answers. I'm gonna step away from the screen for a minute. Post your answers. I'm coming back soon. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So we're expressing the ratios, right? So when we're expressing ratio, it's very important that we look the order that the ratio is given.
Yes, miss.
Okay, so which two groups would show 3 to 5?
Miss, can I go?
Yes, John.
Okay, miss. Oh, just a second. The two groups. Look back at my answer.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, miss. Miss, the two groups is the public bus and the public bus and the private vehicles.
So public bus to private vehicle. So the
Yes.
public bus is 12, private vehicle is 20, and you're saying that cancels down. So 12 to 20. What you use to cancel it?
Miss, I use two and then I use two again.
All right, so that means you use 4 into 12, 3,
I like to do that.
4 into 20, 5. So it's the public bus to the private vehicle. How about B? Who wants to do
Okay.
B?
Miss, I want to do B. No.
Amari?
Ha! Yes, miss, I'll do B.
Which two groups show a ratio of 10 to 7?
Which two groups show a ratio of 10 to 7? Give me a
Which two of these, when we cancel them down, we would get 10 and 7?
miss private vehicle to those who walk to school, miss.
Okay, so private vehicle is 20, walk to school is 14. So that would be 20 to 14. And then using 2 to reduce them, 2 into 20 goes 10, 2 into 14 goes 7. So that's private vehicle and walk to school. Madison, how about C?
Miss, for C, I got the group of students who came to school by public bus, then the students who walked to school, and then the students who arrived in a private vehicle.
So public bus, then walk to school, and then private vehicle. And what you use to cancel them?
Miss 2,
So if we put it in this order, public bus, walk to school, private vehicle, that means it would be 12 to 14 to 20, and that would cancel 2 into 12, 6, 2 into 14, 7, 2 into 20, 10. So that's correct. Jer, D.
Okay, miss. What is the ratio of pedestrians to public commuters?
What do we mean by pedestrian and commuters?
Who cross the road, miss, and commuter are people who live in the community.
No. Pedestrians don't just cross roads. The pedestrian crossing is for pedestrians. What does the word pedestrian itself mean? Somebody give me a definition, please.
Miss, may I?
Sure, go ahead.
A person who travels by foot.
A person who travels by foot is a pedestrian. And who is a commuter?
A person who travels by bus
Does it have to be bus?
or public transport.
Okay, public transport. All right. So, what would be the ratio of the pedestrians to the public transportation persons?
May 76. Oh, sorry, it wasn't that question. Never mind.
No, you can go ahead.
Miss 7 to 6.
So the pedestrians, those who walk to school, was 14, and the public commuters 12. So 2 into 14, 7, and 2 into 12, 6. So it's 76. Um, Jerry, you want to try E then?
Okay, Miss E. What is the ratio of pedestrians to the total class? So, Miss, there were um, Miss, there were 32 pedestrians. There, no, not there's 32. No, there's oh, Miss, I think,
Mm-hmm.
Miss, there are 14 pedestrians and
Mm-hmm.
48 students.
Is it 48? Is it 48 students?
46, Miss. Sorry.
So 14 pedestrians, and they ask for pedestrians first and then the total. So put the 14 and then 46 total.
Yeah.
So what does that cancel to? Because remember, ratio is expressed in its lowest terms. So what do we use to cancel these two? Anybody? What can we use to cancel 14 and 46? All right, so we can use 2 to cancel them. 2 into 14 goes 7, and 2 into 46 goes 23. So in its lowest terms, the ratio is 7 to 23. All right, John, number 3.
Okay, number 3. Box A is a cube, box B and C are keywords. A. What is the maximum number of box A that can fit into box B if they are stacked side by side and on top of each other? B. B. If two of box B are stacked into box C, how many of box A can fit into the remaining space? Number 3. Box A is a cube and box B and C are keyboards. A. What is the maximum number of a box A that can fit into box B if they're stacked side by side and on top of each other? B. If two, if two of box are into box C, how many of box A can fit into the remaining space? Okay. Miss C. Miss, we know that the area of box, the volume of box A is 1 because turn is
Mhm.
for box B where the volume is 40. So Miss, it's asking what's the maximum of box A. Miss, I would say 40. Maximum number of box.
So you worked out the volume for the cube, which is box A,
Yes,
and volume is what? Length times width times height.
yes, Miss.
So since it's a cube, the length, width, and height are the same. So you're saying the volume is 1 centimeter cube for box A, and the volume for box B would be 5 times 2 times 4, which you're saying is what, John?
Miss 40. Miss 40.
Unit
Miss 40 centimeters cubed.
40 centimeters cube. So the question says, how many of box A can fit packed side by side, no space between, into box B? So this is a division problem. When we want to see how many of one thing can fit into another, we divide. So we're dividing the volume of B by A. So
Miss
40 divided by 1, and
Miss
that
40.
gives
Miss 40.
so 40 centimeters cube
Okay.
divided by 1. So
Okay.
that's 40 boxes.
Okay.
All right, let me see who else had, let me check who else had that answer. All right, so 40 boxes. I think I saw Madison. Yeah, Madison has that answer. All right, John, you can go ahead.
Okay. 7 times 4 times 6 is 26. 42. Oh, 160. Miss. Okay. So that would be. Okay. Hmm. Okay. How much I can.
Hmm.
Yes, I can know this. Right. This one. So. Okay, Miss. How many of remain? How many of box A can fit? Miss, I would say 88. Miss. 80. Miss. So,
Miss what?
Miss, I would say 88. Miss.
Okay,
Miss.
how you got 88?
Okay. So, Miss, since it's a two box, if two of box B are stuck into box C, Miss, and the area of box C, which is the volume of box C, which would be 7 times 4 times 6 is 168.
So the volume of box C is 7 times 4 times 6, which is 168 centimeters cubed. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, Miss, so Miss, I multiplied the 40 centimeters cubed by 2, Miss, and I got 80 centimeters cubed.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss, and then I subtracted the 80 centimeters cubed from the 168 centimeters cubed. And I got 88 centimeters cubed, Miss. So,
Okay.
that's how I got 88
And
centimeters.
that is correct, John.
Yay.
So because it says it's 2 of box B that you're packing into C, one of box B is 40 centimeters cube. Two of them would take up 80 centimeters cube. So we would have to subtract that from the total volume of box C, and that would give us 88 centimeters cube left back. And since block A is a cube of 1 centimeter, so the volume is 1 centimeter cube, dividing 88 centimeter cube by 1 centimeter cube. So the answer for B is 88 boxes of A. 88 boxes. All right, Amari, read question 4, which is the last question for tonight.
Okay, Miss. 4 circles. Sorry, Miss. Number 4. Circles A and B represent swimming pools. What is the distance you could walk around the entire edge of each pool? A circles number 4. Circles A and B represent swimming pools. What is the distance you could walk around the entire edge of each pool? A diameter, B radius.
So those are two swimming pools. If you were to walk around each of those swimming pools, what would be the total distance you would walk around each one
Missing out.
for each one?
Uh, it's under.
Does anyone want to try this?
Um. Yes, miss. Okay, Miss Alice, this way. I'm working it out. I'm working it out. 2 times 3.14 times 64.
So what are you finding? Really, what they're asking us to find.
Miss, we're finding the circumference.
Right. So if they're asking us for the total distance around the edge of a circle, they really want the circumference. And what's the formula for finding the circumference?
Yes. Miss, it's circumference is 2 pi r.
2 pi r if we're given the radius. And what if we're given the diameter?
Miss, if we're given the diameter, miss would have to divide the diameter by 2 to get the radius, miss, and then we'll work it out.
Where we don't have to,
You don't?
it's just pi times the diameter.
You got
Because remember, the diameter is already 2r, right?
Miss,
So this 2r here is the diameter. See that?
yes, miss.
2 times the radius give the diameter. So if you are given the radius, it's 2 times pi times the radius. If you're given the diameter, it's pi times the diameter.
Okay.
So what would be the circumference of A, circle A?
Ah, miss.
Are we given the diameter or the radius for A?
Miss the diameter.
So it would be pi times the diameter, right? And
Yes, miss.
pi
Miss, I'm
is,
working it out. What?
okay, go
Miss
ahead,
pi is
John.
3.14. Miss pi is 3.14, 22 over 7.
Okay. All right, so work that out and tell me what the circumference is.
One, five, eight, two, four,
Okay, and meantime, let me welcome those who came in late in the chat. All right, so we have Rodriguez, Ashley, Lejonde, I'm seeing Julian. Type your answers, scholars. Type your answers quickly.
Oh, miss, I think I got it.
Hold on a minute. I'm seeing Sands, Brown, um, Chili. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the name. Chili. Hi, Dinsmore. Long time no see. What's happening in your neck of the woods? Roblox check. Nia, Kerida, Hi, Jaden. Oh my gosh, Jaden is in the chat, guys. Jaden is not in studio tonight. Or go ahead, John.
Okay, so miss, it would be 3.14 times 128. I miss when I did that. I got 401.92.
401. Let's just leave it at one decimal place. So
Okay.
what's the unit for that?
Miss, meters, miss, that's 401.92.
Okay. How about circle B? We were given the radius for this circle,
Okay, it's,
and the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius.
okay, so 100.
So that would be 2 times pi. You can use pi as 3.14, the decimal form, or 22/7 fraction
Yes, miss. Miss, that's how I've
times
been
the
working.
radius. Hmm.
Miss, I was saying, that's how I've been working with the different one.
Okay, so work that out for me, John.
Miss, I got 314.0.
214 flats.
Yes,
Units.
miss, meters.
Okay. Jaden, you couldn't get in because the studio is full.
Is it
So
fun?
remember, scholars, when you are given the radius, when you are given the radius, it's 2 times pi times the radius. When you are given the circumference, sorry, when you are given the diameter, it's pi times the diameter. Okay, and that's when you want to find the circumference, or the total distance around the edge, on the outer edge of a circle. So if we had been asked to find the space on the inside of the circle, that would no longer be circumference. Now we'll be talking about the area, and the formula for area would have been what? What's the formula for the area of a circle?
Okay, fun. Miss, the area would be pi r squared.
Pi r squared. Pi times the radius
Miss
squared.
times, oh yes.
All right, that's correct. Okay, so that's what we have for the curriculum-based test for tonight. So the curriculum-based test will feature, it can feature any topic or subtopic from the curriculum. So for grade 6, all the topics you do in grade 6, all the topics you do in grade 6, you can get a question on any of those topics. So ratio, percentage, fraction, measurement, which includes area, volume, perimeter, anything like that is likely to come. So we're going to be doing lots of practice with the curriculum-based tests. Not sure what you're saying, Madison. We're going to be doing lots of practice.
Miss John was asking me something.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it. Unless you have something else you want to ask or say, then we'll wrap it up here. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow when we'll do another curriculum-based test. All right, guys, so have a good night. Take care. Bye, Shalicia. As usual, now here is our schedule of live
Bye, Miss.
classes. Bye, John. Later. Hello, CSEC math students. I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now, another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now, in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC Math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything. Make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So, stay tuned. Hello scholars, did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Come on, take my hand.